Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we played the 4th Annual Huck Wear Open in Kittrell, North Carolina. This was played at a private course on a beautiful bit of land out kind of northeast of Raleigh, and there's two courses on this property. That one's a kind of an open bombers course, and the other is a highly technical wooded course. The wooded course really, I think, kind of gave a lot of people a run for their monies. It definitely was the higher scoring course, even though the holes were much shorter. It was very technical, and you'll see that in round 2. But overall, it was a good day. My putting is still hurting, but you know, even with the bad putting today, I was still able to do very well against the field. So, you know, I'm happy with it, but I could have done so much better. I mean, just looking back at it, I could have shot so much lower if I could have just gotten my putts a little bit higher. And you'll see that. We're going to go ahead and start the video here. But round 1, the only thing I changed in my bag, putting with the PA2 today instead of the links, just to see, and it was fine. You know, the PA2 putt very well. Everything else is the same in the bag. But yeah, we're gonna be starting on hole 11, which was a par 4 on this course. They did not play. They played a little bit of OB for our division, MA3, but mostly OB didn't count. It was just play it where it lies, unless you were in very specific areas. But the first shot, great shot, got it out here to the middle. There's a Mando at the end down here, and I cannot believe this F5 just held that line. That's the first time I've got that F5 to actually move right for me. And I missed the Mando. So this is me putting for bogey, unfortunately, because I had to take that missed Mando stroke. Hole 12, I'm going to take my PA5, and I missed my line just a little bit, but I still got down the fairway about halfway. It was a very low shot. But I'm going to have an A3 here. I'm just going to put on a nice little ante line, float it down to the basket. And this basket was pretty cool because the rocks it's on, they're shaped like an elephant. That right there is its trunk. You can see it coming around. But if you're looking down from the top at the basket, you can see it's an elephant. Hole 13, I'm going to try the PA5 again. I'm going to put it on an ante line and just missed it. So hit that tree, fell straight down. I had to come back to the A3 again for hope. And out of the hand, this just felt perfect. And one of the guys in the cart asked, he said, "Do you think you're within 10 feet?" I said, "I think so." And this is where, this is where I was. It was easy tap in to save par. Hole 14, I'm going to throw the F5 again. And it catches that little anchor line for that power pole. This is my approach shot with the Cosmic Fury. And this is where the putting woes start. I mean, this is so close to the basket. There's no way I should ever miss this putt. And it just kind of oozed out of my hand, went straight down. I didn't put any power on it, so that was a bogey, unfortunately. Hole 15, I'm gonna throw the Cloud Breaker. Get a forehand right to this line. Out of the hand, I mean, I had great power on it. It just went straight down, unfortunately. Never had the height or the time to fight out of it to get more distance, but Cosmic Fury again for the upshot. I'll put it up within probably about 20 feet. That was me saying I meant to throw that shot out more to the right, but par putt that I was able to cash in. Hole 16, throwing that was an F3, and I got over on it just a little bit, but a little bit more right than I wanted, but it's fine. I was able to toss up to the basket and hit the rock, rolled back just a little bit. And right here out of the hand, I thought I was going to miss it low. I felt like I did not get it high enough, but luckily I just snuck over that rim. Hole 17 with the CD1. I'm really liking this CD1. This is the Babcock CD1, and I like it quite a bit. But I'm going to give this a run for the birdie. Got it the height it needed. It just didn't get it on the right line because those branches were kind of in the way. But it's going to be an easy tap in par. Hole 18, I'm going to throw the F3 again. And I'm trying the briefcase method. I'm trying to work on that. And when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it just stalls out. And I just got to work on that. That's something I'm working on. But I'm going to throw the MX2. I thought I had it high enough to get over those rocks, and it just caught the top rock. And this is for par here, unfortunately. Gave it a good bid. Gave it the right height. Just a little bit off. Tap in bogey. Hole number 1, I'm going to throw the FD1 here. And this is just to get it around that bush and let it filter back to the basket. Felt really good out of the hands. I was pin high, just right. Tried to drop that one in and just couldn't quite get it. Easy par though. Hole number 2, I'm gonna throw the cloud breaker again, and this is my best forehand of the day. Absolutely crushed this. I think I threw it just over 300 feet. And almost made that putt. The birdie, but easy tap in for par. Hole 3, throwing the FD1. Got it right down the middle. I wanted it a little more to the right because I knew it was going to fade, but it was fine. Right here on the edge of the tall grass. I'll take it to origin. And just throw it right down the middle gap. And the P3X for my approach here. I didn't know where the basket was exactly in relation to these trees, so I just kind of threw it up in the middle. And it was incredibly rocky. I didn't know. I played this course blind. I've never played it before. I didn't know how much the rock was in here, how deep the basket was. I thought the basket was right where my disc is, but it was way further. But luckily I was able to drop that putt in. Save the par. Hole number 4, we're going to throw the CD1. You just got to get it down this gap and got to make that Mando. Luckily I got enough on it to get it out that gap. I'm going to take the Cosmic Fury, just toss it up to the basket. And easy tap in for par. Hole 5, I'm going to throw... That was my origin, and I got over on it just a little bit, and it pulled it into the right woods here. So I'm going to take my Cosmic Fury, and out of the hand I thought I absolutely crushed that shot, and I hit that late tree. But I'm going to rethrow the Fury here again, and just get my approach shot next to the basket, tap in for bogey. These courses have a lot of bite to them. Taking the CD1 again here on hole 6. Went up that left gap. Not intentionally. The disc kind of slipped out of my hands. But Cosmic Fury again. I'm going to put it right up under the basket. Tap in for par. But yeah, these courses out here are tough. This is a private course. It does say that you should call ahead of time and get permission to come out to play. They do ask that you do not show up to the course unannounced or without letting them know beforehand. This was hole 7, I believe, and I was able to take the par here. CD1 to the Cosmic Fury to the putt. Hole 8, Cloud Breaker again. And out of the hand, it was a good shot. It was just a little bit nose up, so I didn't quite get it as far as I wanted to. But it's a long putt here to try to or get a birdie. But I wasn't able to get the disc high enough because of those branches. Take the par. I don't think I had a birdie all day. Hole number 9, I'm throwing the FD1 again, and that was a bad shot. It was very hot out here today, extremely hot. I believe it was up in the 90s, and round 2 was awful. And you'll kind of see in round 2, but I struggled to get through the end of the round. The second round is going to be, oh, that was an awful putt. That was for birdie. And oh, that's right. Right as I went to putt, a guy right to the left there, just out of the range, yelled 4 right as my disc was coming up for the putt, and just very loudly yelled 4, which I get it. You know, not upset with him for yelling 4 because you want to be safe, but it was just very bad timing for that to happen. Here on hole 10, I got that Cosmic Fury down to the bottom, which was awesome, and just kind of flubbed that birdie putt, but was able to cash in for the par save. But for the round, I finished 4 up, which was enough to be tied for second place. And it was 873 rated round. So both of my rounds today, I'm very happy with as far as ratings go. But round 2, you're going to see where things get very difficult. That second course is hard, especially when you're playing from the long tees, or the longest tees out there. I believe when I looked at the scores at the end for that round, I would have had the second best score in MA3 and MA2, and I would have had the third best score in MA1, I believe. So, you know, every division felt it. It's not now MPOs I think went like 7 down or something like that, but you know, that's why they're MPO. But second course, definitely stay tuned for that. It's a beautiful course, but it is very hard, and it's extremely hilly, very hilly. It's called Runaway Rocks because it's so hilly that your disc just runs away from the baskets if you don't get in them. And a lot of the baskets out here are elevated. I think probably, I'd have to go back and think about it, but probably 85 to 90% of the baskets were elevated, I think. I have to go back and look. I feel like that's true. Maybe 80%, but it was a lot. But good round overall. Second place at the end of round 1, 873 rated, and going into round 2, and it is sweltering. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for round 2.